see, I came to see people say Michael lost himself in the desert, and then a lady say, yeah, he got lost in the desert, and then another guy say, yeah, man, he died in the desert, and you're like, oh, why do you always get sidetracks when talking about things? But yeah, the movie is good. Riveting commentary, you know. This is why people. Hello, and welcome to Movie Kart. Today we're gonna be talking about horror in the high desert. I hate the name. It has too many sounds that are difficult for me to say. But yeah, I watched it. I think that one is the one we had to do. Yeah, I watched it a few hours ago. It's a mockumentary about, you know, some guy that got lost in the desert, and I enjoyed it a bit. I enjoyed it quite because I think it is because found footage is a very popular, you know, like genre of horror. At least there's a lot of them because, you know, it's cheap to make. You don't have to get the most, you know, you can kind of improvise and do shit with it. It lends itself well to low budgets. But this is a mockumentary, you know. It also doesn't need the biggest budget, but you need to be a lot more creative and be able to like set a scene, set a tone. And I think it manages to do it. It did manage to build a story that is captivating and interesting enough about this guy who is, you know, kind of like a shunning, you know, a guy that isn't the worst type of guy, you know. He's just a normal dude that is nice, people like him, but maybe he's not the most popular. He doesn't go out much. He likes he likes to be alone is the thing they say in the movie. And I think they build up really well the concept of it. Now, is it scary? Nah. Nah, it's not scary. It's more interesting, I think, as a concept. Because mockumentaries, I always like. I lost two things. I lost there: my life and my shell. But yeah, it is a fun concept, and they develop it well. Because I think with this type of stories, it's almost like the mystery is more interesting than the actual truth. Because once you get to the ending, to discover what happened to the guy, you're like, oh, okay. they kind of sold it to you like it was more, but then it reels it back into more, you know, grounded territory. But the road there, it's a fine story. They told it well. The thing I think I'm a little bit disappointed because I kind of got the vibes of what was it, that movie I saw once? Not once, I saw it a few times, but I forgot the name. It is a fantastic mockumentary. Like it's one of the few, because look, I'm gonna tell you either way, I like horror movies, but I'm dead inside. I have seen so many horror movies that I think the concept of horror is just like kind of my bread and butter. I had to fuck you, motherfucker, for trying to throw me that shit. But yeah, I don't get scared easily. In Lake Mungo, that was the name. Lake Mungo was one of the. It had me thinking about it for like weeks. I was weeks thinking about that movie because the ending of that movie. It is so like weird, and you're like, why? So I was expecting that, and that is my problem. I had that problem a ton of times where I come with expectations about what I think the movie should be, you know, and then the movie isn't that, and I'm a bit disappointed, but it's not really the movie's fault, you know. It's my fault for coming here expecting big, and I got nothing. No, Just kidding. It's just I don't know. I was expecting something more. I was expecting supernatural, and they gave me Kill in the Woods. It's not bad per se, you know. It's not the worst thing at all. But I was like, huh, okay. And I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's good or bad. Is it good that a movie is like, okay? Or should it be bad or good? I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking you this. I like no one talks when I post this shit. But yeah, I don't know. It is good. This movie, I found it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I found it because of TikTok, you know. But it was. They. I don't remember what they said. To be honest, I forgot. I forgot what they told me, but it said, "Yeah, the movie's good. It's a good mockumentary." And I felt like, you know, this guy looks trustworthy enough. You know, I can take a dig out of this guy. You know, what he was selling. I want to see what he's selling. I want to see it. I want to. But I don't know. It didn't. It was just kind of disappointing. And that I don't think that's a bad thing. Not everything can be a 10, I imagine. But yeah, because I'm trying to stick to the part that I like, because I got very interested in the mystery of it, the mystery of what happened to this guy. But at a point I was like, you know, I don't think they're gonna be able to the expectations of it, you know, to manage to do it. And also a little problem with the movie, I thought the sister of the guy that got lost, I thought she wasn't very convincing as an actress. She was the only one where I got like the real vibe of, yeah, she's an actress. She's an actress. I see it in her eyes, dude. I see her. I understand it. I get it, man. And it took me out of it. She appears a lot, so it took me out of it. The woman that did the journalist, she was good. I've talked with journalists and things for stuff. I've done stuff, baby. But yeah, for stuff, and they do tend to talk a bit in that way. So they manage to grab the feeling of it, you know, of a person that works in telling stories, basically, in telling things. So yeah, I quite like her character. The private investigator, he was fun. He was a fun character because he just appeared one time and said like, yeah, man, I was just working on this shit, and yeah, she was fun. She paid me to investigate this thing, and then I talked to the cops. But it did. Why did I stop? Why did I relax myself like I was winning? You know, I need to kill the ego, man. This is outside of this thing. People kill the ego, man. Trust me, man. You need to kill him. What the fuck am I talking about? I don't know what I was gonna say. I forgot midway, and now I'm stuck in this thing. I haven't said that, but yeah, I'm sure me and my 5 viewers are gonna be happy with that joke. So yeah, what was I talking about? But yeah, it's like a mockumentary about this guy that got lost in the desert. So they are trying to piece together what happened after the fact, of course. So you first get the typical documentary thing. You get the explanation who the guy was, what he did, how could he have gotten lost, and then slowly they show you more and more information about this thing. And I think that is where the movie shines, in the script, where they slowly start showing you little tidbits to try to paint this picture about this guy. This guy that is very lonely, that even though he has some friends and people like him, he feels kind of alone. And the way that he has to connect is like doing things that he likes and sharing them on in the internet, and like, I don't know, like making him a group of people that like the same things that he likes. So when he finds something and people are like, yeah, I don't believe you, he's like, oh no, I gotta show them that I'm not lying, man. And he goes, and sadly, you know, he dies. It's a very realistic way of doing it, and I think that's where it shines. So that's where the movie is best, in that interesting middle of the movie. So yeah, it's fun. It's a fun time. It's thankfully it wasn't as boring that I had to put it on 2x speed, because look, we live it's 2025, okay? We're all fucked. Our attention span is cooked beyond belief, and we have to do things, you know. I'm respect movies too much to have like 2 monitors as I watch a movie. So yeah, the second best thing is 2x speed. I'm not gonna tell you what movie I did it, but yeah, I did an episode on it. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna cave on the no pressure. It was the last fucking clip short story of VHS 94. The one that I said, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Yeah, I didn't watch it at the original speed. I put it on 2x because I was getting kind of annoyed with the characters. No pressure, Andy, man. Here I am, telling you the secrets. This is how you get high on life, man. This is how you get fart. Ooh, okay. Damn. So yeah. If I said good things about that short story about VHS 94, you can take it, you know. Don't believe me. maybe I lied to you, you know. Maybe I lied. I did say it was 3 out of 4, so yeah. So yeah, I wasn't particularly lying. Why do I always get sidetracks when talking about things? Oh yeah. The movie is good. Riveting commentary, you know. This is why people came to me, man. They want to hear me say movie was good, man. So yeah. I want to do one more, just to see if I can get something more out. Because I always say this is the worst episode, because, you know, I feel it at the time. My body, my soul, my spirit is telling me, yeah, you suck ass making these things. But I think this one, the one I'm making right now, second race. Shouldn't I be in... Okay, we're gonna do 2 more, okay? Yeah, but when you get into this vibe, you know, my soul tell me, you know what? Talk your shit, man. Speak, man. And then I speak in the middle of the sentence, like, what the fuck am I talking about? So yeah, why did I throw it back? Throw it back, man. Oh, die. You should all die. Some horror movie character, you know. But yeah, I think the twist of the guy that killed the character, and also I think the worst part, this may be, I don't know if it's controversial, I don't know if people care about this movie, you know. I think the worst part about it is that last recording. I think the last recording of the movie is where you see the problems more clearly. It has many cuts that don't make sense. It has short parts where nothing happens. I imagine it should build tension, but it isn't that well done. It has a fantastic scene where the guy's like looking at the house, and then from the house something moves, and it was like, okay, you're selling me on it. You're selling me on this thing. and then it's just a guy. I at least looked like it. It's just a guy. You know, I bit malformed and things like that, but it's just a dude, man. And I was like, okay. And he had a machete. So it was like, okay. Sure. Is that is that all? So yeah, I think that last part of the movie really brought it down to me, because I was vibing with it, and then I was just watching found documentary, you know, found footage, and I was like, I didn't came in for this shit. I came in for a mockumentary, man. I came to see people say Michael lost himself in the desert, and then a lady say, yeah, he got lost in the desert, and then another guy say, yeah, man, he died in the desert, and you're like, oh, you know, I went to see that, and then I'm seeing some fucking infrared footage of nothing, of fucking like of trees. I'm seeing trees, you know. I'm seeing trees in infrared video, and the guy's like, yeah, man, here's the cabin I found a few hours ago. See, man, I wasn't lying. And then he hears like something and be like, ah, and it's like a speaker, I imagine. It sounded like a speaker, you know. It wasn't very didn't sound like anything else, and it's just like, okay, yeah, they're doing Blair Witch now. Okay, why, I don't know, but it felt like such a tone shift from the rest of the thing, and it's just like trying to be scary, you know. It has some cool scenes of, you know, from the darkness you see something and it hides back, but it is very long. It is a very long scene in the context of a how do you say it, a documentary. It would be a fucking long part, and when you compare it to every other part, every other cut, where it had editing, where it had different points of view, different perspectives of things, and they sold this part to you very hard. They sell this part to you like, yeah, man, I couldn't even believe what I've seen, and it was like, okay, yeah. Motherfucker seen this figure guy first time, and they're like, Jesus fucking Christ, man, that's why the guy's living in the fucking desert killing people, because motherfuckers of you, private investigator, who's fucking, yeah, I couldn't believe my fucking eyes, man, this shit's the worst fucking thing. And it didn't have any of that last part, so you're just stuck seeing this found footage that is not even that good, it's not even that well filmed, and it's not, because that's the thing. I think I hate about found footage. They think that just because it's found footage, you don't have to put effort into it. You don't have to put angles and you know, plan a scene, plan the way you're gonna record this thing, how you're gonna block, you know, the footage, you know, how you're gonna put the characters, how you're gonna enter, how you're gonna get out. They don't think about stuff. They're just kind of winging it, and this feels like that. And I understand that it is a fucking like found footage part of this guy that was just making YouTube videos. I understand it, but you're seeing a fucking movie, okay? And you already threw the fucking concept out the window when you said, yeah, Blair Witch, have you seen that movie? Here it is again. And I'm like, okay, sure, but give me something else, man. Do some editing in this thing. There's some parts where the fucker is just like looking at a bush, and then he turns off the camera and you're in someone else. You're like, what is the point of that scene? What is the point of that fucking part? You know, it is just to build tension. You just wanted to make a 90 minutes movie, so you have to fucking, you realize that, oh, we cut this shit, we have like just a 60 minutes movie. It's like, then cut it. I don't care. It would be better. It would be better without it. because that last part feels so fucking long and so fucking nothing. You're just seeing a guy trying to find the thing, and I didn't came here to see the guy just find that shit. I came to see what the fuck killed the guy, you know. So I'm sounding more angry than I should, but it annoys me. It annoys me because I was vibing with the movie until it decided that, no, you're vibing too much, man. You're vibing too much. You're liking my movie too much. And decided to shit the bed and shift to this other thing and threw everything else that it had built out the window because it said, have you seen horror movies? My man, my dude. And I'm like, yes, I've seen found footage movies. You weren't trying to be found footage. What are you trying to be found footage? Okay. I won. I'm gonna cut it here because if not, I'm gonna be 25 minutes here. But yeah, it is a yeah, 20-minute rants cuts the rant. Yeah, it is good, you know. I mean, it is entertaining. It is fun to see until that last part. The last part, I think, brings it down a bit. It is so trying to be a horror movie that it is kind of boring. It's kind of boring, the last part. So yeah, that's just it. Bye bye.